Let's face it, no one wants to lose a race because of a failed or temperamental nitrous solenoid. Whether you're a hands-on kind of person or just want to save some money, Nitrous Oxide Systems has rebuild kits and factory replacement coils to make your nitrous and fuel solenoids perform like new. Testing, cleaning, and rebuilding your nitrous or fuel solenoids is an easy process that most anyone can master. Solenoids use an electromagnetic coil to overcome spring pressures and pull up on a plunger. This plunger either blocks or allows the flow of nitrous through passages in the bases and into the intake of your engine. To begin the rebuild process, first disconnect the vehicle's battery power and shut off the nitrous supply at the bottle. Then empty any remaining nitrous from the lines. You don't have to remove the solenoid from the system, but it does make the whole process a little easier, especially if the solenoid is in a hard-to-reach area. Simply loosen and remove the lines or fittings, then remove the solenoid from the mounting bracket. To make the disassembly process easier, you can secure the base of the solenoid in a vise, but be careful not to damage the port threads. Using a pair of soft jaws or even an old plug or old fitting in the port will protect the threads from damage and keep you from marring the housing in the vise jaws. Begin the disassembly process by removing the nut on the top of the solenoid. You can use the supplied wrench, or even a 3/4 inch wrench or a crescent wrench will do. Slip the coil and coil cover off and inspect for damage to the coil or coil wires. Using the included spanner wrench, engage the 2 tabs on the wrench with the 2 holes in the base, then loosen in a counterclockwise rotation, removing the stem from the solenoid base. Never try and loosen it by clamping or grabbing the stem. Be cautious when you remove the stem. The plunger, or sometimes called a piston, and spring will need to be installed correctly in order to ensure proper operation. Closely examine the plunger. The plunger sealing surface is critical for proper operation and should be flat, free of crowning, or any deep indentations or debris. If the plunger surface is damaged, discard and replace the components with a service kit from NOS. We have a large selection of service kits available for most nitrous and fuel solenoids on our website. Use a pick to remove the base O-ring. While you're here, check the port leading to the jet for any debris or blockages. Sometimes there may even be a small screen in this port. Remove any debris from the port and screen with a shot of brake cleaner, then use compressed air to dry. Now you can install the new O-ring from your kit. Inspect, clean, and dry the solenoid stem and base. Then reassemble in the correct order with the new plunger and spring found in your kit. Hand tighten with the spanner wrench. If you suspect you have a faulty coil, you can replace the coil assembly with a new unit from our full line of solenoid service parts. Begin by pulling the 2 wires from the grommets found in the coil cover. Feed the leads of the new coil back through the cover in the same direction. Applying some Vaseline to the wires will help with the process. Now press the coil into the cap gently while pulling on the leads. Reinstall the coil onto the stem and secure it with a nut and hand tighten. The whole process is identical for our NOS fuel solenoids, but remember, nitrous and fuel solenoids cannot be interchanged due to the pressure differences between the systems. You can now reinstall your rebuilt solenoid into the system. Don't forget to test and purge your nitrous system to ensure that any debris that may have found its way in is cleared before final use. Thanks to Nitrous Oxide Systems, a little elbow grease and a few minutes of your time is all that's needed to have that solenoid functioning like brand new at a fraction of the cost. Thanks for watching. To find a service kit or replacement coil for your nitrous or fuel solenoid, visit our website at nosnitrous.com.